Mr. Chairman. I've got a series of questions for several of you, but if I could start with Ms. Steinzer. You open your remarks with some pretty scathing challenges against some of the oil energy producers by going over their profit margin, their profits that they make. I think you had talked about maybe, according to your testimony, $119 billion in profits. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. What level would be appropriate?
What level of profits?
Yeah, if they're making around 15% profit, you're coming to this a pretty strong view. Should they only be making 5%?
Well, if I were in charge, they would be giving a much larger share of those profits to the same blue-collar workers that people have expressed so much concern about.
So in other words, so it has nothing to do with energy or for health. It's just you say they shouldn't have this money. So am I correct?
No.
I don't want to dwell on a lot because I know that this money goes into pension funds and retirement accounts for people. So there is some value to having a corporate make some money. I'm just curious why.
And I'm not saying corporations should not make money. I'm saying that these are some of the most enriched companies in the country that are up here.
Okay, well, and ConocoPhillips is an example. They make 15% profit. Okay, I don't know that that's exorbitant given such a diversity that they're in, from chemical manufacturing to oil production and energy production. I'm just curious. So you seem to be willing to attack the profit margins of these companies, and thereby, okay, that's fine. I've run into people like you every once in a while. But let's go to Dr. Rahm. You made a very poignant issue earlier when you were talking about the individual that was standing there next to it for 5 minutes. Was he your patient or someone like that?
I didn't see him in the emergency room, but I saw him.
He wasn't your patient?
Yes.
Oh, he was
for a period of time. Yeah.
Did you have any children that ever? I don't want to make a big deal of it, but did you have any children that ever went outside without a coat on and they were sick? They got sick from being outside, or? I'm just curious. Did this person have a level of personal accountability? If he had a pulmonary problem and stood there in front of an exhaust pipe for 5 minutes that you referred to, didn't he have a person just to step back? Did you ever tell him that? Or did you say, let's blame the government or let's blame that bus for running there?
Well, he was intubated at that point,
Okay.
so I couldn't ask him that specific question.
I think it was a very good point to raise, and I think it is
the
important.
thing.
And I'm with you on that. I think you made a good point, but I also think there's a question about it. So, but I want to go in more on what you were talking about.
I agree with you on personal responsibility.
Okay, so now we
give people medicines.
And you and others have testified time and time again here before us about asthma and other health-related issues. But can you help me, doctor? How do you differentiate someone getting asthma or some kind of airborne disease from being outdoors from when they're indoors? If they spend 90% of their time indoors, why do we always keep attacking our outdoor air quality when that only represents about 10% of the time of the air we're exposed to? Do you think we should be looking at indoor air quality?
Oh, absolutely.
What do we? But that's not where the EP doesn't have any authority to do that. And I'm not sure I want to get them in my house. But can you differentiate when someone comes down with an asthma attack? Or can you differentiate? You can tell me they get that because they were riding in their car outdoors, or when they were inside their house on a couch that was giving off formaldehyde.
Those are very good points, Congressman. Indoor air pollution is a real problem. The WHO this week said there are 3.5 million deaths from indoor air pollution and 3.3 million from outdoor air pollution, so they're almost equal across the globe. In this country, when we're indoors...
But the EPA says the indoor air quality might be as bad as 100 times worse than indoor, and on any given day, 5 times worse.
Yeah. Indoors...
How do you differentiate it?
Yes.
Why do we
Indoors.
keep attacking one group and not the other?
Indoors with a room like this where we have central air conditioning, the ozone is virtually zero. So we tell our patients to stay indoors on bad ozone days. But the PM and the sulfur oxides and NOx get indoors as well as outdoors. So we have problems with the other pollutants.
Okay, I think we've run out of time. If you could get me some other information about how you differentiate, it would be very helpful.
Gentleman's time's
Thank you.
expired. At this time, recognize the gentleman from